Welcome to the Theater of Others podcast. My name is Adam Marple, and I'm the co-artistic director of the Theater of Others. With the COVID-19 pandemic forcing a shutdown and reevaluation of space and gathering, we at the Theater of Others are thinking about what stories we need and how best we can share them. We believe space is psychology, and it informs the way in which an audience interacts and reacts to what is presented to them. We create uniquely theatrical events in bespoke sensory performance spaces crafted to encourage curiosity and grant the audience permission to commune with the play. Now that space has moved online, how can we encourage interaction and action amongst an audience virtually? The Theater of Others produces plays that both welcome and challenge the audience. We are committed to international collaboration and are a laboratory that helps artists grow through intensive study of their craft. The Theater of Others creates a shared community of artists and audiences for the purpose of exploring the most profound issues of our lives and times. We believe the play watches the audience. The audience is necessary, and they are witness to what happens. And you get to be witness to us making that happen. The purpose of this podcast is to open up our process and let you in. We're peeling back the curtain, so to speak, and encouraging you to follow along, to ponder, prod, and question, to join us and criticize us if need be. Being a witness is no passive task, and it requires much from you. Are you up for the journey? On the podcast today from Melbourne, Australia, our co-artistic directors Budi Miller and myself in Cairo, Egypt. This podcast contains explicit language.
Hi, Adam. How you going?
I'm all right. How are you?
Ooh, Lord have
Yeah.
mercy. I'm
No.
tired. Woo. I just had 3 weeks of nonstop teaching here
Sounds
in
delicious.
America.
Sounds
Yeah.
delicious.
It was delicious. It was very delicious. But my body's like, whoo, you need to go home and see your mama now.
Well, good thing that you are going home to see your mama.
Let's see my mommy tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to quiz you.
Okay.
Who's on my hat?
I can't see. I can't see.
Hold on.
The light is... it's not helping. You got to get closer. Is that Whoopi?
From?
Color Purple?
Boom. 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 That's it. Okay. All y'all black folks that I've been showing this hat to that have not been able to identify
Really?
who is on my hat.
Really? Wow.
Who is on my hat? You know your names. I'm not going to blast you in the podcast. You know your names. You should be ashamed. I got a white man that knew Whoopi Goldberg as Celie in The Color Purple on my hat immediately. It's a fabulous hat, isn't it?
Yeah, it's cute. How could they not know?
Adam Marple. But then, what we had them do, to reclaim their blackness, they had to sing at least one verse of the Black National Anthem to redeem themselves.
Wow.
Yeah. Do you know the Black National Anthem, Adam?
No, as you alluded to before, I am white and white presenting as well. So
I know white people that know the song.
I honestly don't even know that there was a Black National Anthem. I mean,
Adam,
I take that back. I take that
Adam
back.
Marple.
I bet if I heard it, I'd be like, oh, yeah, of course. The Black National Anthem. Sing it. Do it a little bit. Sing a verse. A verse that I would sing the chorus or whatever.
I'm only going to sing the beginning part. Because that's the other part I know.
You've lost your card as well. Turn it in. Rip it up.
Okay, it goes like this. It goes like this. Lift every voice and sing.
Yes, I know this song, of course. I didn't know that was the Black National Anthem. I just knew this
That's
song.
the black. Okay, sing it then.
I don't sing. You know I don't sing. I don't know words. I don't know words.
Oh, you don't sing now.
I know it, yes. Ebony and ivory. See, I know it.
Live together in perfect harmony. Oh wait! I know Shalia is listening. I know Shalia listening. Shalia was telling Shalia. I'm gonna tell you a story. This Shalia has. I don't know. I think maybe I'll just. I, the, I was wondering if I should save it for the next time she comes and visits. But she was telling me about her lift up your voice and sing Black National Anthem song as a kid. And it was they learned from a white woman
Yeah.
in Oakland, Hayward,
Why not?
Stockton,
Why
East
not?
Bay,
Why not?
and she made them paper dashiki hats.
Okay, that's a bridge too far. I was with you till then. I was like, good, this is fantastic. Bridging the divide, healing the nation. Step away from the dashiki hat, lady. Step away from the dashiki hat.
She was enthusiastic,
That's
another
a
enthusiastic white woman. You know how
it's a
they
bit too much.
get.
A bit too much. Just
Just
a
a
little.
tad. But see,
Just
but look, it's actually on par because I saw Hamlet in the park,
yes, you told me.
and Atu Blankston Wood, he is a fantastic actor. He's a fantastic actor, and he's the reason why I stayed. It was really sad to see all these stiff actors around him and him just like really just he's a perfect example of an actor who is so empathic and generous and when you're working off of a company of actors that really just felt like every impulse that they were directed out of, you know what I mean, like it was so, and the blocking was bad, like and the set design was bad, and the costumes were bad, and it was ugh. I was feeling really bad for Atu, but I was also very very proud and impressed with what he was able to do, with what he was given. He's a fantastic actor, and I think if anything, y'all go see Atu. You need to see Atu as Hamlet, and see what he's able to do with what he's been given. Because Kenny
Directed
Leon was like,
directed Kenny Leon. Yeah, exactly. I'm just looking at this.
honey, at a Marple. It was
Huh.
like he was like, it was like black on black on black on black. It was like American black, then African black. We had to put in some like Nicki Minaj. I was like, there's gonna be a stripper pole coming up out of the floor. There's gonna be a stripper pole coming up out of the floor. The dumb show when the players come.
Yeah.
Uh and then okay, so there are all these songs that he just added in, because he wanted to. And then he made the dumb show like this like rap thing with like hoochie mama dancers and
Mm.
didn't even keep the language that actually Hamlet's supposed to talk about in his speech and respond to,
Oh,
and
I'm
that
looking
all
at
the
this
other
set right
characters are
now.
supposed to respond to. It's trash.
Ugh.
That Stacey Abrams sign.
Yeah. It's amateur. Oh God, it's
It's
so
bad.
bad.
It's bad. But Atu is good. Atu is really good, y'all. Go see Atu. You got it,
Oh,
and it's free.
I've got a
This is the
former
thing.
student in it. Cornelius McMollier is in it.
Well, this is the thing. This is the thing. It's free.
Yeah, it's free.
They got it's
Exactly.
free. But you need to see Atu. Atu is really working his ass off, and it's one of those things that, like, it's just a great study on what you have to do when you aren't getting what you need and how you take care of yourself. He does. There's some moments where he's quite really just specific and gentle, and the person he's acting across from, and you know me, Adam. What's the
Yeah.
first thing I don't want to see in a Hamlet?
White people. Just kidding.
Amen. And then the second thing,
Given circumstances.
my question to you is: in the play Hamlet,
Yes.
do I not want to see, and what particular character?
You do not want to see fa 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 from Gertrude. You don't want to see
Thank you.
you don't want to see floppy, prouncy, Britishy acting.
Fa 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 Hamlet. Fa 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 Hamlet. And I got a fa 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 Hamlet.
Yeah.
I got a fa fa Hamlet. Fa 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 fa.
From the Gertrude?
From the
Oh, I thought
Gertrude.
she's a good actress. Lorraine Toussaint.
There,
She's a
yeah, and
pretty
look
decent
who's
actress.
playing. Look who's playing Claudius.
He's a great actor.
Yeah, exactly.
John Douglas Thompson.
Exactly. They are so poorly directed. He made some of the best actors in the industry boring, predictable, self-conscious, trapped in their throat. The director ruined them.
Wow, that's such a shame.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, it's free, folks. Just go and see it.
It's free.
That's-
Thank God it's free. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. It's free. Look, in my hat. Till you do right by me, every other play you gonna do gonna fail. Kenny Leon.
Poor Kenny.
No, not poor Kenny, poor actors. And there was
Poor,
and apparently the set was repurposed from his Much Ado. Like it's the Much Ado set. Yes.
from last year?
Yes.
Why? Is the public that poor? Has theater gotten that bad?
Girl, I
Are
don't
we at
know.
are we
All
are
I
we
gotta
at the
say is
place?
it was so trashy.
Wow.
Hey, are those rubber bands on your water bottle?
It is to remind me to drink. I take a rubber band off whenever I finish one of them. So yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now is it one sip, two sips, three sips?
It's mini sips and then I can take it off. So I have not had any water today. It's too late in the day for me to just now be finishing a water bottle. I was driving all day long, so yeah.
Were you driving and texting?
No, my mother was driving and I was texting.
I was gonna say because you were texting me while you were driving.
That is illegal here. You cannot do that.
That is illegal everywhere. Have you
Yes.
heard about the new things that they're doing with the phones?
What new things with the phones?
That you can't use your phone while the car is
Good.
on,
Good.
and they block your phone.
Good. It should be. That's freaking. People are distracted enough as it is to be carrying around 2 tons of metal wrapped around their body at 80 miles an hour and talking to somebody on the phone. First off, I don't know anything that is so important that needs a phone call anymore. Don't call me. Don't ever call me. I'm perfectly happy with WhatsApp messages or this right here, this medium
Wow.
right here. If I want to talk to you, I will get on a Zoom with you. Don't call me.
Wow. Adam Marple.
Yeah.
Has it come to this?
Oh yeah. Totally like I'm leaning into the millennial stereotype. Nope. I won't answer phones. I won't answer phone calls. Somebody will call me, I'll let it ring to a message, and then they'll text me and say, "Hey, I just tried to call you." And then I'll be like, "Yes, can I help you?" It's
Uh-uh.
I'm not answering a phone call. I don't want to talk to
I
anybody.
know. I try calling you all the time and you just don't answer.
Yeah. But look, I get on a video call with you every single week.
I know, and you're so beautiful. You go, girl.
You go, girl.
Hey, I heard that we have some comments and questions.
We do. We do from our dear friend and future Cheryl Crawford, Mark Nannup.
Yay! Mark Nannup is our future Cheryl Crawford.
he he's not
Mark,
agreed to
get
do
ready.
anything. No. Mark, I'm
Mark
sorry.
Nannup is our future Cheryl Crawford. Look in the show notes who Cheryl Crawford is, and then # Mark Nannup.
Mark, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have dragged you into this. But we
No,
do
he's.
have.
I want Mark Nannup to be our Cheryl Crawford. Mark, will you be our Cheryl Crawford?
I don't think Mark wants to be our Cheryl Crawford. I think Mark wants to
Yes,
have
he
his own
does.
career doing his own thing.
He wants to be our
Um,
Cheryl Crawford.
okay, we have a comment, and then we also have a question from Mark. So this is fantastic.
Okay.
He's our new number one.
Yeah, Mark Nannup is. Well,
Yeah.
he's always been our number one.
Yeah. Okay, so comment. As Shakespeare fan, can you please get Budi to tell everyone about his interpretation of Othello? We did it second year of VCA and made me not want to audition for Othello ever again.
Wow.
His interpretation was so much more interesting and so much more watchable because it showed layers and made people think about what they were watching and created a world that people were not used to seeing from such a well-known play. It felt like watching Othello for the first time, and I would love to see it done on the main stage one day. Booty, tell us about Othello.
Well, I had a black Othello.
Well, there it is, folks. That's all you need. You're already 90% different than most productions of Othello since Shakespeare's time.
Well, I honestly, I'm thinking about like what specifically is he talking about? Because what I
Your
did was I
interpretation of
wanted,
Othello.
well, what I wanted to do is I wanted to, and it was pretty like it was pretty edgy. It's an edgy thing to do at the school, and some people were like, "Why are you doing this?" And all I did was I took all of the global majority kids and put them in the same play, and and I had two beautiful white boys, and the rest were all global majority. Um, and and they were like, "Why you do?" I said, "Well, I want to do this because we do things differently when we're together, And and then I also had a female, African American, Australian female, as Othello, and so it was a queer story. I made it a queer story. Had a beautiful Asian Australian for Desdemona, and Diego was our big our big floppy white boy. I call him a big floppy white boy. He's gonna laugh when if he ever hears this. Um, because he was floppy and he was wonderful, and it was great to give him to push him to be a leading man. Um, but I think the other thing that Mark might be alluding to is that I addressed gender and power and uh, uh, um, leadership around the guise of the military as not being gender specific, but being the role. So I didn't change. I actually didn't change any of the gender, like the gendering in the play. When you like when they say sir, they and then speaking to a woman, a sir, she represent that female actor represented the institution of the military, and they would and so I didn't genderize anything, and so um it forced the audience to kind of soften their brains around these concepts and these roles of gender, and really went into the relationships. um a- a- and it was like it was a very military bunker kind of thing. The world was, um and I don't know what else Mark is thinking of. We just we had a really good cut of the play, and we just told the story simply. There weren't really any big bells or whistles. We just went into this space of having a female Othello, but having female play male roles and Shakespeare is not innovative. It's like it's been done. um, and but I think what was really exciting for him was that to have a kind of global majority representation in an institutional setting, the way I pushed it forward like that was refreshing. And the other thing is that you know the majority of theater in Melbourne doesn't really push audiences. It's a lot of people that know each other, and they regurgitate they're the same, styles and themes and aesthetics, and they hire themselves and they laugh at their own jokes, and it's a small theater community. So when that happens, you don't get inspired. And and I think that's really where institutions should come in and push the narrative of educating people around what theater can be. But I really appreciate Mark saying that he was quite moved and inspired by it. Um, that was a while ago when he was a second year doing Shakespeare, so that it resonated for him as a student. That really makes me happy.
What do you see Othello being about?
I think Othello is about, for me, what I was directing around was um, desire and ego, because everyone's ego is a hot mess. Everyone's ego is a hot mess, and desire, ego, and reputation. Um, uh, Claudio's Claudio, that's his name, right? Claudio, what's his name? The fucking hell, what's his name? Is it Claudio?
Oh, there's a lot of Claudios. I
Cassius,
don't know.
Cassius, not
Cassius.
Claudio. Cassius. Um, when he's Claudio's, that's the other play.
The other play.
Cassius, when he talks about when he, I feel like the actual center of the play is his monologue around his reputation and how he loses it. My reputation, like, and because the whole play is about reputation, and the way that where that monologue, soliloquy, speech, it's more of a monologue, is positioned, it's right in the center, and right before everything just falls apart. And when he and he's a beautiful character. He's a beautiful, like, simple, trustworthy person, and to have someone who is supposedly so good be turned inside out through rumor and accusation, and have that just completely destroy a human being, that their reputation is what they hold. Because I often say you have to hold on to your reputation with your life. I say that to my actors all the time, because oftentimes that's all you have. For the actors that are still building their career, oftentimes all you have is your reputation. So I think the the center for me centers around that particular speech. My reputation, my reputation. And if you use that as the center, then that can be the threading spine throughout the entire show,
Hmm.
because everyone's dealing with that. Every single character in the play is dealing with reputation, which
No,
is
I mean,
also ego and
yeah.
desire.
No, I mean, I asked that because so many productions obviously take race and the jealousy between Iago and Othello and him being different than everybody else. But by making global majority casting, it takes that kind of thing out of it. And then it decenters that conversation so it can become about that. That's why I was asking about how did you look at that? Because when you think of Othello, you think of the Moor, Othello the Moor, which is a stand-in for African
The black
of
guy.
some, yeah, stand in for black guy, whatever that means in your cultural context, wherever you are in the world. And then the others who are not that, who are the majority in this civilization. So that's why I was asking, like, how do you what is that story then if it's not that? And I actually kind of like that. I like that interest. That's it's a way of looking at the story fresh with new eyes, not having seen it before. Because otherwise, all you're focusing on is that black guy is being wronged by all those white people, and that's all you can see, and that's all you can see
Yeah,
in that interpretation.
yeah.
Interesting.
So yeah, so that's what I dealt with. I dealt with the reputation, and
Cool.
what was cool. What's cool about it is it's if you get an opportunity to go into that text, y'all, like go in there with the this the filter of like, okay, this play is about reputation, and you're gonna see just how much flares. I mean, it's like the father's reputation about the daughter being with the Moor, the Othello's reputation about being who he is, and then what happens with all of his with all of his passion and desire, and also letdown and grief and fear and fragility and trauma. You know that he covers up.
Mm.
You know, and then one small thing, everything falls apart and the reputation is completely turned inside out. And it's on it, and what's interesting is Iago is riding on his good reputation while
Yeah.
being the sinister underhand underneath it all.
Mm. Do you think then that uh and this is a loaded question, um that we've gotten stuck in race for so long
Cassio
at
is his
this point?
name, not Cassius.
Yeah,
Cassio. My God, my
Cassio.
brain. I'm like, it's too much sugar.
Have we gotten
Cassio, y'all, my brain.
have we gotten stuck in race in this play so much that we kind of overlook and have missed what the play is about in your interpretation? It's the I mean, is it has the race of that character been so, I don't want to say overly defined, but the play is about that. Merchant of Venice is about the Jewishness. Is or are we right to have gone down that road? And it's that. And so then this is a interpretation. What do you think? What do you think about that? I'm just trying to think of like, have we missed uh, have we missed meaning because we focus on maybe the wrong thing, or is the or it's not, it was never meant to be. I mean, it's Shakespeare's time. It probably was not meant to be as important as we have made it in our time, in our understanding of character and identity and humans, full human beings. I don't know. My question is there. I'm just wondering, like, because I've never heard this, because Othello was always about a black man being wronged by a lot of white people. That's what the play was, until you've just
So
said it
I
this.
guess it was innovative. I was like, uh, because for me, like, I think it was. I think the race scenario was too simple, and on the first day we talked about it. I was like, uh, this race scenario is just pretty. I mean, it's low hanging fruit. What happens if we actually go deeper into the relationships and see what is really happening?
Hmm.
Because that's easy. It's easy to just go, well, that that he's a black man that's been wronged. So then it becomes a very emotionally charged um representation of the world, but like the small nuances of like the question of why him and not me.
Hmm.
What have I done wrong? Othello says, why him and not me, when he's talking about Desdemona. Iago's like, why him and not me, when he's talking about Othello.
Hmm.
And it's like, and when you're dealing with it in that sense, it's like, well, that's deeply human. That's No race has a monopoly on those feelings.
Hmm.
And it was really great to see um the actor playing Othello, Shawnee Jones, uh, her interpretation, because she had she was really she was really tough, and when things fell apart for her, it wasn't insanity, like what like you often see, like Othello's going crazy, like he's going and he's having a seizure, but the seizure came from the trauma of the passion being so big that it's like like the brain just flips into, it's like for instance, like years ago I was in this show, and the director was really fucking stressing me out, and he stressed me so much that I got vertigo. Like I literally got vertigo because my brain couldn't take the stress. And it's like that. And when you're dealing with all of you know the things that Othello is like pushing up against, it's like you have a position of power, and the whole system is trying to destroy you, right? You have you have a love affair, and the whole system is trying to destroy that, and
Hmm.
all you have is your reputation about being the abstain. I mean, like when he goes and pleads the truth of his relationship at the top of the play, it's built on his reputation, and Desdemona backs it up,
Hmm. It
and
makes
that's
the
not
it,
about race.
no. And the thing is that the problem I've always had with the play is all the stuff with Othello and Iago and Desdemona all makes sense. All that other stuff, all those other scenes, it doesn't make any sense in the story of if the story is about race. If the story is only about a black man being wronged by all these white people, then why are we spending so much time with Cassio? Why are we spending so much time with Enobarbus? Why are we spending so much time with whoever and whoever and whoever? This should just be a scene between four people, a play between
But
four
that's why
people only.
Cassio's so important. That's why Cassio is the
Right.
actual center of the play.
Right.
Cassio is really, really, really important, and I'm
Well,
finally happy
his
that I can remember his name, Cassio.
remember when uh something I used to do with Shakespeare, find the word that is mentioned the most in every single
Yeah,
play and build it
yeah,
around that. It's
yeah.
Cassio. The name Cassio is the most mentioned word in all of Othello.
Is it
Yeah, yeah. The most
really?
the most mentioned word in Hamlet is come. The most mentioned
Yes.
word in Winter's Tale is bear. I love doing that. I love playing that
Wow, I
game.
love
Yeah,
that. I love that.
yeah.
It's Cassio.
It's Cassio. Yeah,
Look at how smart I am.
yeah.
Yeah. See, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it, Mark. I knew it. Thank you for like squeezing that one out of me, because I really, I we did that, we did that show uh 5 6 years ago. So like, and it was just it was like, I've got to direct a show, and it's a second year show. But you know me, when I got to do something, I don't just do it half assed. Like I'm really gonna do it.
Mm.
And I think that was quite intimidating to the academics in the department, because they don't have a
It's about a black man
aesthetic.
being wronged by white people. Do that play.
Yeah, exactly, exactly, exactly. I mean, it was also, like, what, you're taking all the colored kids and you put them in one play, and I'm like, yeah, we're doing Shakespeare and we're doing Othello.
Yeah.
And then I said, it's not about race. We're not looking at race. We're not looking at race. It's about reputation. Wow. Okay. Well, there we go. Do we have another question?
Yeah, from Mark as well.
Oh, what Mark
Um,
say?
I've seen a few different productions at a theater company in Sydney where they keep bringing on a character in the last 15 minutes of a 2-hour-long play. Do you think it's fair for an actor to have to wait that long to be on stage for 15 minutes?
Yes, that's the job.
Is he getting paid?
Yeah, that's the
Did he
thing.
did he sign a contract? Is he getting points
Yeah,
for his equity?
yeah, yeah.
That's the
Well,
job.
Mark's not getting points for equity in Australia, so
Well,
Mark's going. I'm not taking a job where I'm only going to stand around 15 minutes.
I mean, it's the what's the homeless man in Cherry Orchard who stumbles in halfway through the play, completely changes
Oh
the play, and then you
yeah,
never see him again.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
The drunk homeless. Was
yeah,
he drunk?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, at the party.
yeah. Yeah, I guess you could recast him as the postmaster or the station master in Act Three, but like, it doesn't have the same flair unless you have somebody actually show up that you've never seen before.
Yeah,
One of my
you have to
one of my
have that.
favorite Chuck Me. He has this character in a lot of his plays called Bob the Pizza Guy. He shows up in like 6 or 7 of his plays, and he only comes in to do this amazing, beautiful monologue, and then he's never seen again. And it's usually the same actor who I've seen 4 or 5 of his plays where this guy comes in, and it's always been the same actor who's played that same role. And I always keep thinking like, what a nice job that the GM, the actor has playing this character continuously in plays. He gets to come in, do this beautiful monologue, and go home. That's all. He doesn't need to stay for curtain call. He just gets paid, you know, to
He
do
doesn't
this.
stay for
So
curtain call.
no, no. He
So he
comes
comes
in,
in
does
like the actual pizza guy that's just like making a delivery.
that's the whole point. That's the whole point of the show. Is was that real? Was that not real? I love it. It's beautiful. Yeah,
Where can you pull up the monologue? How long is it?
it's long. It's too long for this, but
Oh man, we're gonna bring the show notes, right?
yeah, I'll put it in the show note.
You gotta put in the show notes because we gotta see here the epic pizza delivery man monologue. So
Let's
yes,
hear it.
Mark, that's the answer. Yes,
Yes.
it's fair. It's the business, baby. You're telling a story. You're not part of you're part of storytelling, and you're not part of the storytelling. You're part of the storytelling when it's time for you to walk on stage
Yeah.
for your 15 minutes of fame, and then go back in the back
Yeah.
and learn your lines for your Hamlet.
Yeah. I mean, you're getting paid. If you're not getting paid, then there's another
Well,
argument to
it
be
doesn't matter
made,
if you're not getting
obviously.
paid, and why you don't even have to
Yeah.
do it.
But I mean, is it fair? I mean, the actor took the role.
Mm,
The playwright wrote the play to be that way. There's some reason to have a mysterious character that only comes in the last 15 minutes of the play. Dramaturgically, if it
mm-hmm.
works, then it works. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I am simultaneously looking for this monologue as we're speaking, so I
Oh,
have to
are
learn.
you?
Yeah. I love this thing. But we can't do it. It's too long. Too long.
It's too long.
It's gonna be too long. And out of
How
context,
long
it
is
won't
it?
make any sense. And it's just really
Oh,
kind of
but I thought he's out of context.
yes, but he comes in the middle of he breaks into something. And that's what is that's the context of the entire thing, the meta context of that. But if I just do this, it'll be like, oh, what a cool monologue, instead of like, oh, in the middle of the play, the pizza. So yeah, literally the stage directions are Bob the Pizza Boy, a character we have not seen before, enters from where the marching band exited with a pizza box in his hand. And yet, I think nonetheless, forgiveness is possible. And he just starts speaking in the middle of like, hello, who are you? From the audience, basically from where the audience came in, holding a pizza box. Beautiful.
Wow,
Yeah.
amazing, amazing.
Also, did you hear the stage direction? There was a marching band that came through. So there's also that. The marching band was Chuck Me, ladies and gentlemen, Chuck Me.
Well, the more theaters need to be doing plays like that. Should we take a break and come back with some provocations?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know what we're going to
Yeah.
call this episode, but yeah. The episode 180, the Mark Nannup question and answer session.
Mark. Or we could just call it. We can call it. Does Budi know the name of the characters of the play?
No, the answer. Everybody will know. No, he's not going to know. He's
No.
not going to know this. Name of the character of that play that he directed.
I know, but I directed it 5 years ago, and I'm tired. Cassius, Cassio,
Cassio.
Cassius, Cassio. Yeah,
Cassio.
not Claudio. See, my dyslexic brain is going. Cassius, Claudio, Cassio, Cassio. Yeah,
Michael Cassio.
Michael Cassio. Thank you, Michael Cassio. So, do you think we should take a break?
Yes, let's take a break. Yeah.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen and non-binary conforming individuals, you are listening to the stereo sounds of JDB, Jack David Burmeister. And we're back.
Yeah.
Oh, Adam. My blood sugar's low.
Hey, it's all right. Hey, I am road tired. Your blood sugar's dropping.
This is what happens when Jack David Burmeister leaves us and
sometimes,
does work
sometimes it's a slow theater week. We don't always have to be on the the burning topics. We don't always have to be right there on top of the cutting edge of theater. It's July.
But we
Nothing's
are.
happening in the theater. Nobody's going to
But
the
we
theater
are.
right now. Well, you're going to see a repurposed barn from last year's play with some bad acting choices by Kenny Leon.
Repurposed house and a repurposed banner, Stacey Abrams banner, and Hamlet.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Okay, so what's your provocation, Adam Marple?
I don't know, honestly. I don't know how to tie anything into.
My provocation is to read Hamlet and learn the characters' names.
No, Othello. You have to learn Othello and learn the characters.
Oh wait, read Othello.
Good God. Dear listener, I'm very sorry for today's episode. It is midsummer. We are tired. There's nothing happening in the theater.
Oh my God. Wow. Wow. I am uber dyslexic right now. Wow. My brain.
Wow.
I'm Dick Lick Sex. Not to be confused with Lick Sick Dick.
Yeah, exactly. That's what's happening right now. Wow.
My provocation is to read Hamlet. Read Hamlet. Go see the show in the park and tell me if it's the play or not.
My provocation is to read Othello and try to take race out of it as in your reading of it. Try to focus on what Budi was talking about, the reputation. I'm gonna do the same. We're
gonna lose our reputation after this podcast.
We got a reputation.
Hey. Jack David Burmeister is gonna be like, what?
He's gonna have so much behind the scenes stuff to put onto YouTube.
It's probably. I have a feeling that it's just gonna be behind the scenes.
It's just the entire episode is just him going, well, this will be on the gag reel. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah. So how will we know that they've done this at a Marple?
Well, they can leave a message like Mark Nannup did on our Instagram from 2 months ago. We finally get around to reading it. They're going to go to speakpipe.com/Theater of Others. Speakpipe.com/Theater of Others. Theater with an R-E. Theater of Others, all one word. You can leave a 90-second voicemail there. We'll read it on air, maybe. We'll see. Who knows? They can also go to podcast at Theater of Others. Send us an email. We haven't had an email in a long time. We're looking forward to those.
Send us an email.
Somebody send us an email, for God's sake. Make us hope that our email still works. Or our Instagram, like Mike Mark did.
We're on the gram, y'all.
We got a Facebook. We also got our website. We have so many ways of getting in touch with us. We're on the new Threads. I made sure that we're on Threads now, the Twitter killer, whatever the hell that is.
Boom.
I'm not using it.
We are on the Twitter killer.
I'm not using it. You're not using it. Tanvi's not using it. But how are they going to know if they how are they going to know about these episodes, Budi, unless they do what?
Subscribe.
17 times you need to subscribe.
You have to, because if you hit it once, you gotta hit it twice. But if you hit it twice, you gotta hit it a third time because you gotta subscribe again.
Yeah, exactly.
But then you forgot that you subscribe, and you hit it a fourth time, you forgot to subscribe, and you add another subscribe, and you subscribe, and then subscribe, and subscribe.
Subscribe, unsubscribe, subscribe. There we go.
And if you really like us, you can do like my Uber driver does.
Yeah.
You give me 5 star. I give you 5 star. It is a win-win. It is a zero-sum game.
Non-zero-sum game.
It is a non-zero-sum game. Everybody wins. Everybody wins. We come to your inbox every week.
Sometimes you're gonna wish we didn't. Sometimes you're gonna question, maybe they should have taken a week off for vacation. Oh. But no. We will be there every week. You just wait. We will have nothing to talk about, but we will still be in your inbox every Monday.
Oh. And if you really like us, leave us a comment.
These fools.
Say, I wish I could give them 6 or more stars because 5 is not enough. And then we will continue to rise in the rankings from the top 5% podcast of the world.
In the world.
Top 5% podcast in the world. And then we get Oprah.
That's right. This amazing podcast is just waiting for Oprah to show up. Just this level of professionalism and scope.
This is probably going to go down as the one we turn in for the awards. This is the awards episode.
This is our Peabody Award winning. Yeah.
This is our Peabody Award winning podcast.
Yeah.
We are clearly an educational podcast. We know everything there is about the plays that we direct and read.
Like the characters' names. Yep.
Characters' names. Cassio. Michael Cassio.
Like the piano.
Cassio.
Yep. Like the electric keyboard.
Like the electric keyboard.
Like
now you're dating yourself. You are dating yourself, Adam Marple. You are now the oldest person on the podcast.
Yep.
All I have to say, Adam, is till you do right by me, I'll see you next week. And I love you. I love Adam Marple. God knows I love Adam Marple. But I kill him dead if he's not here next week. I love you, Adam.
I love you too.
See you next week.
Yes. With a topic, maybe. Maybe we'll have a topic.
And for those of you who stayed to the end, we'll see you next week.
Bless you.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us this week on the Theater of Others podcast. Make sure to visit our website, theaterofothers.org, where you can subscribe to the show in iTunes, Stitcher, or via RSS, so you'll never miss a show. While you're at it, if you found value in this show, we'd appreciate a rating on iTunes. Or if you'd simply tell a friend about the show, that would help us out too. A special thank you to Purple Planet for the music you've heard. The Theater of Others creates a shared community of artists and audiences for the purposes of exploring the most profound issues of our lives and times. We believe the play watches the audience. The audience is necessary and they are witness to what happens. And you get to be witness to us making that happen. The purpose of this podcast is to open up our process and let you in. We're peeling back the curtain, so to speak, and encouraging you to follow along, to ponder, prod, and question, to join us and criticize us if need be. Being a witness is no passive task and requires much from you. Are you up for the journey? Be sure to tune in next week for our next journey.